It's easier this way.
Yes, it
Freddy
is.
is a marvel on the computers.
Hey, success.
All right.
All right, didn't quite make it a half, but you
Oh,
yeah, you discovered that you still found out some information. The only stuff that seems to be happening for sure on that is over the last 10 months. That's when the recent spate of bodies have begun turning up. So maybe it's a new thing. But as far as trying to match up the other events that you'd gotten that you had to read out loud for the class, a lot of those don't give exact dates or they don't match or whatever.
Hmm. Shame.
Yes. But you suspect that there could be some other significant stuff. You just can't figure out what to look for. You suspect it will be significant.
Burner.
I wanted to ask this question earlier when we were at the forensic scientist or whatever.
Are you
Um,
asking to Colburn then?
yeah, I'm talking
Because
to Auburn. I want to try to look at the newspapers. I'm not of like the bodies to see if the teeth marks are the same or
the newspapers don't carry
not.
pictures of the bodies.
They definitely don't carry pictures of the body.
Yeah, I might want to go back to the forensic scientist and maybe
The coroner's office?
or the coroner's office. Don't know why. I don't know. I'm not
Coroner.
sure if bodies have different teeth marks
I believe
or.
they all look fairly similar.
All right.
TJ, tell them the secret to when to go back to places.
Once we've run out of other options.
All right.
And why is that, TJ? Because if you go back too often, you will
Piss them off.
TJ
Yeah.
is a fucking veteran of this shit.
That man has a job. He's trying to do his shit.
I wonder how many people he's pissed off if
He
he just.
has a sleaze. Oh my god! When I was your age, that was my job.
You're doing a lot more
Vincent,
serious role play than Tim did until
you're
it got.
you're in a position where your dad was a role player, so he's handed down some of that wisdom to you, and you've had nice gamers with you.
Mhm.
When I gamed at your age, I was in a pool full of vicious, heartless bastards. Some of them even ended up doing jail time for being truly evil fuckers.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You're in
it's
the
true.
optimum position for this.
Yes. Well, if you think about it, like at his age, like right now, his possible job goal, which may change several times, because
Yeah.
always plan on the occupation you want to do for the next 5 or 6 years, because you may change after that. Right now, he's thinking pharmacist, and I said this is a steady job, pays well, etc. So, but who knows? Maybe he'll get into something with forensics or whatever if he enjoys
Yeah.
it enough in this. Who knows?
Yep. Yeah,
Or maybe he
patch
can
is something
become
you
a,
actually find later in life.
or perhaps even become a cop and club some hippies to death.
Ooh, well, that sounds fun as well.
Fucking
Right?
hippies.
Fucking hippies. So, right. What? Why don't you guys talk and figure out what you want to research? Since I'm old, I like to pee a lot. I'll be right back.
Actually, I'm going to take the same opportunity right now. Vincent, you
All
talk with yourself about what
right.
you want to do next.
All right. Let's see. We got the lake, we got the university, and then we got the workplace. We don't know where the workplace is. So that's a question mark. We know where the university is. We got a card from Robert Ball to Professor Wraith we haven't been to the lake yet, so we don't really have any way of getting to the lake. Still talking to myself. Very nice. So I'll just put that as a triangle. So I guess the next course of action is going to the university, then to the lake, then to a workplace. All right.
Ooh, Tim's escaped.
Yes, he has. All right. TJ.
Sounds.
I think our next course of action when he gets back is to go to the university.
Well, you've still got a whole library to plow through with lots and lots of books. Is there anything you'd like to research while you're here? Always a good idea to exhaust one place before moving to another. That way
Yes.
you don't have to
I
come
would
back.
like to read about the habitats or about the crawfish or whatever it was.
Crawfish.
In the art, it's not called crawfish. I forgot what type of species it was, but
The gar?
the garfish, yeah.
Oh, that takes you 5 minutes. It's a big, ugly fish that's no good to nobody, but they're pretty vicious and they got teeth and stuff.
All right.
I mean, they're not big enough to do the kind of damage you've seen.
See, what I think so far is it's a group that are against the religion of peace, and they just go around make it look like they've been attacked by some sort of monster, and I don't know, that's just my suspicion.
Well, everybody in the Sleek Stack world is against the religion of peace.
Yeah.
Because the religion of peace are super violent. They apparently like to blow up people. That way there's a piece of them here, piece of them over there, piece of them over there.
Yeah.
Religion. So.
And the garfish just eats whatever's left.
Yeah. But possible. But is there anything else that you want to research when you're in the library? Because there's a whole library here.
I'm trying to think. There's probably something, but let's see. Ooh, I would like to do some research about the council or
The city council here?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a library research roll.
Gotta change my modifier and.
Well done. No problem. You do some research. The city council appears to be a pretty benevolent society. They're like good guys and stuff. Their big thing that they're always trying to do is how can we make it so that more tourists want to come here and enjoy our town, stuff like that. You find some information out on Eclair, Mr. Eclair. He seems like a nice guy. He's kind of he seems to have all the personality of a stereotypical accountant, so not a lot. He's just a guy who does his job. Nobody's really hating on him. Nobody's angry with him or anything like that. But yeah, he just kind of does his thing. You can't. There's no motive for anybody to want to kill the councilman. It's an elected position, so if you wanted somebody not on the council anymore, every 2 years they have a vote. All the people that have been in the council have been in for at least 6 years, 5 years, something like that. So they seem to be doing a good job as far as the townspeople are concerned.
All right.
That didn't take very long.
Yeah. How big was the city council?
It's got like a dozen different people on the board. The librarian comes over while Colburn's playing with his pop-up picture book. Is there anything else I can help you find, dear? He seems to know exactly what he's after. Yes, his little arms go both ways. Yes, it's a very popular book, she says.
I'm not really good at researching.
Oh?
Yeah. I'm trying to find out if you have any information about Champ that correlates to just the new moon.
Well, so new moon and Champ. Let me see what I can find here. She hurries up. Oh, here, you can look at this one. Gone. She hands you a different
Ooh.
A pop-up book of what an artist thinks Champ looks like, and if you do the tab, it makes him go bite like that.
Ooh.
And there's kind of fishing boat, and if you do another tab, then like a little flash thing comes out because he's got a camera, and so you know, flash versus bite.
Nice.
Seems like good work.
Excellent.
She takes a stack of books by and goes over to a shredding machine, turns it on. Reads several of the books. Here we are, she says.
Ooh.
That's better.
A puzzle now. Thank you, lady.
She brings over a bunch of shredded papers. Anything else I can help you with?
No, we're good.
All right.
I'm going to go wait in the car. I walk past Vincent, pat him on the back, say, I'm going to be in the car. Let me know when you're done.
She goes back to her desk and sits there with the "what did I just do" look on her face.
Why would she do that?
She doesn't know. Why do they have an industrial shredder over there? Nobody knows.
It's a fucking wood chipper hooked up to the window.
It just blasts.
Oh, that's why you rolled very high.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
I don't know why anybody ever asks any NPC to do anything in my world. It's like, oh, well, you need your car fixed, eh? I know a good car compactor. We can get that into a nice tube.
A nice. All right. Let's see.
Anything else you want to research while he's sitting in the car and wondering why life is as it is?
Oh. I also want to, this might be something that we need to do at the university, but I kind of want to read a book to see if there's anything that a fish big enough to break a few bones or even chop.
As far as the kind of injuries you've seen, give me a research roll. Nothing can make wounds like that. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. See. I'll save it. Alright. Well, I go back in the car.
No problem. You find Colburn in there eating packets of mustard and looking bored.
Hi.
Hello.
Fucking library, scary place.
Yes, reading does scare me as well. It's okay. What time of day is it, or what time is it?
It's about 3 p.m.
All right. So Colburn. So let's head to Professor Wraith in the university. Even more scarier.
Nice. I like the sound of this guy. Gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
No problem. You guys head over to Professor Wraith. He is super duper old.
Can I try to get there without hitting anything?
You don't need to roll unless you want to go crazy.
I can go normal speed.
I don't think your car will survive it.
Bolts.
Would you like to give it a try? The traffic is a bit heavy.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my God.
Yes!
He drives like a normal person. He is super pumped. There's about a dozen near hits and near accidents, but by God,
Right on the number. Ding, 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 ding.
Winner, winner, winner.
Right, you guys head over there and are interviewing the extremely old Professor Wraith. He is very, very thin, and he's wearing clothes that look like they're at least 3 sizes too big for him. Yes.
Sounds like me. No.
No.
So, we hand him the card that we got from the.
The currents. Yes. And you want to know where something, like if you were to put this 150-pound deer into a bag and it to end up here, where it would have to have started.
Yes, 2 days.
I can compute that. I am the best at knowing about currents in the entire town.
Here goes the NPC. He dives out of the fucking window.
Way hard.
I'm trying to. Bandage on his forehead.
I don't think Vincent, do you know anything about medicine? First aid.
I quickly try to apply a healing or first aid, I guess.
Give me a first aid roll as you're attempting CPR. You don't even know where this thing is.
No, get out of the way.
Move
him out of the way.
I'll
No.
use
It's a fucking monster of
Shove him out of the
some
way.
sort.
He's trying to blow into his neck. Get out.
He's choking the shit out of him, going,
I try, Logan.
You try it. Yeah.
All right, no problem. You get him stabilized and such.
Stop putting a tourniquet on his neck.
Little tighter. He says, no problem. There's a phone there with really big numbers also.
Right. So stabilized, and now
Yep.
I have to fucking call. I pick up the phone, and I look to see if there's an emergency number. No, I hit 0.
Operator.
Emergency. Professor's having a heart attack at the university.
Which professor, sir?
Wraith.
What room is he in, sir?
I look at the door.
You tell her. We'll get an ambulance right there. Thank you for calling. Please stay with him.
Okay.
Eventually, an ambulance shows up. They commend you on your work and take him the fuck away.
All right, let's search this lab.
All right, no problem. You find various books on tides and shit. Unfortunately, I'm going to need a library research roll from both of you to see if either of you could ever find the fucking information you want, or if it dies with that old bastard.
Aha!
Well, good news that Vince is with you, because otherwise the information might have been lost
Forever. Bum, bum, bum.
That is fucking
I
hilarious.
start chucking books over my shoulder. None of these are pop-up books. What are we going to do, Vincent?
There's a place called Lone Rock Point.
Lone Rock Point?
Lone Rock Point. Here, I'll copy paste it. Lone Rock Point.
Somewhere. I remember. No, I think I read.
Oh, tell them about Chris's rule of 1, 2, 3, T.
Uh-oh.
Remember Chris's rule of 3?
Mm-mm.
On proper nouns?
Mm-mm.
That's a good rule. Essentially, Chris, hopefully you'll get to play with him at some point. That'll be another fucking education for you, Vince. Chris's rule is the first time you hear a proper noun, you write it down. A name. Second time you hear it, you put a little tick next to it. The third time you hear it, you fucking circle it and you investigate the fuck out of it, because it's come up multiple times. Second time, if you're running low on shit to investigate, then you hit it if it's got a tick next to it. That's his rule of 3, as he calls it. If somebody's name gets brought up once, it may or may not be important.
That's
if
pretty
it's brought up 3 times, yeah. I think it's a pretty decent rule.
Yeah. No, I think I read about it when I was reading.
I saw you reading a bunch of shit on the boards. Good work. So
He can read.
Wow.
Well, the important thing is that he does read. The difference between not being able to read and not reading is really thin. So you guys discovered the Lone Rock Point, which you've got on a map. You could probably get to it in the car. You know where it is.
All right.
Shows the professor being rushed to the hospital and shit like that. Yeah. That was a natural 100 for the listeners.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Professor Ray is fucked. So anyway, what are you guys going to do now?
Should we try to? Well, I see that gives us another location. Lone Rock Point. It's got Lone Rock Point link in the workspace. So, I'd say the Lone Rock Point is our next course of action.
I like it.
No problem. You guys cruise over there with him driving like an adult. I'm assuming you're just leaving your car running and stuff. You are going to need gas soon. If you'd like to get gas before you go out Lone Rock Point, or you could.
No.
It might last to go out and back.
We'll get gas.
Jerry can.
An extra gas can to put in the trunk.
Okay.
In case we run out of gas. Make sure there's a spare tire back there.
There is a spare tire. It'll be $20 for the gas in the car and extra gas can. This is back when gas was cheap, not like it is now where you need a second mortgage.
Yeah, I'll pay 10 if you want to pay for 10.
I'm putting it all on a receipt. Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm also writing my receipt.
Well, don't take a receipt for the same thing he's taking a receipt for.
I don't take a receipt for personal stuff, such as the first aid kit, the handkerchief in the room.
Oh, the room is definitely a business expense. So,
all right.
No problem. And you guys, now, you can get within a couple kilometers for no driving roll, or you can say, fuck you, dirt road that turns into a
town. Hiking.
Oh. I'll try to drive.
How about the dirt road? Are you insane?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I get in the back seat.
All right, give me a drive auto roll as you're like, no, I can do it. Yeah. It's pretty bad roads. You can tell that people either aren't supposed to be driving here or just don't. But again, you are going to, well, okay, good news and bad news. Your car is high centered.
I wait patiently in the back seat. Are we there already?
Car doesn't go anywhere anymore.
Oh, I guess we can just push it down and I don't know.
Well, it's high centered, meaning that the ground is like up on the car, and so the wheels aren't getting much in the way of touching the ground.
All right.
All right. You stay here. Turn the car off.
All right. I turn it off.
I don't want the car leaving while I'm working on. All right, look, and I take a look at it and see if I can, using some branches, maybe moving some dirt around, get it into a position where I can get it out from under there.
Yeah, sure. Using that stuff, give me a strength roll. Let's see how you do. By the way, update on John. A car accident around the corner took out a pole with the transformer on it. So somebody is pretty much trying to thwart his ass from gaming. It's like, we heard he's gaming. Send in the car. Take out that transformer. Now stop it.
Do you by any chance have a reroll?
No, I have +5 to assist, but you already made your roll.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I do have a reroll. I never used it.
Hmm.
Oh, hold on. One sec.
I thought I used it. I didn't know I still had it.
Here you go. Got that card?
Alright.
Question for you guys. Do you want me to try to get Freddy in? He'd be on a no-brainer, though. Or are you good with doing this with just you two?
I
Up to you.
haven't sent him the note yet, so
Hmm.
Well, how's Freddy feel about being on a no-brainer?
Oh, he's tip-top with it because he knows since he plays so fucking often, eventually he may be on a string of no-brainers. And he told me he's totally good with it.
I mean, as long as he's good with it and you believe he is good with it. I've played with people who say they are good with no-brainers and then they tell people stuff.
Yeah.
Your call, big guy. I use my reroll.
okay. Yeah.
No problem. He gets the car off of the high center spot. The road is really shit. Well, the rabbit trail you've been using as a road. Would you like to A, leave the car here, B, press on?
Leave the car here.
Yeah, make sure the car is locked.
No, you don't. What keys are you going to use to get in it?
He's starting to lock doors, and you remind him of that. He goes, I mean, there's plenty of rocks around.
Are you afraid someone's going to jump in and take off
we are in
the they need to rig to start? No.
All right, fair enough.
I'm going to give both of you guys a card, him for trying to get Logan to have some fun by locking the doors, and a card for Tim for thwarting Logan having fun by not letting him lock the doors.
Discard all talisman cards. Yeah, go away.
Does anybody do you have any talisman cards?
No, I do not.
All
Okay,
right.
so party escape is pretty much like a end of the module sort of thing, right?
So here's the thing about that. We have to very much all agree that this is the party escape moment. And
Sure.
also, we've had to have completely fucked up horribly somehow.
Yeah, like shooting yourself in the foot.
That was fucking epic, though.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think you'll forget that in a hurry.
I just had like dramatic music playing in the background.
Curious.
Shot
That
it.
reminds me, you shot yourself in the foot. How many hit points are you at?
Oh, yeah. You're still wounded. Are you still, how many hit points are you down?
You know, my dad said it's like a game that I play, where if you finish a mission, you still have the current amount of hit points.
Yeah, you're still fucked. I'm just wondering how fucked.
Let me look at my health.
I'm limping around.
Let's see. I'm at a 9 real damage, so that leaves me at 6.
You're really super fucked up. You're like limping around. You probably are using a crutch. And you're like, oh, I might. Now, wait. You did have 1 night of sleep, so maybe it can get fixed. TJ, you're not wounded, are you?
I'm up.
Go ahead. You want to make a you see the willpower times 5 button on your sheet there, Vince?
Yeah.
Smash that fucker. Holy shit. You are completely healed. Put a tick mark next to your willpower stat. Everything came back. You're absolutely fine. The blue bonnet in. That's where you want to stay if you are wounded, apparently.
All right.
Nice.
Secretly a healing resort, but
Yeah, who knew?
It's the little tiny stream out back. Yeah.
oh yeah, the water fairies or something.
That one night, staying in the water sauna with the 3 elderly women really got your guy back up and running.
I swear, just that. I love the little touches like that, like the Old Chicks magazine. That wholly changed his entire character arc and everything.
Where's Freddy at?
I do not know. He is not responding, which is weird.
Here, he should respond once I send him the thing that he's missing a book and a magic item. He'd love that.
Yeah. Send him a message saying Losing a magic item, losing a magic book. Elderly women are present. Hurry up. We don't want to miss this opportunity.
All right.
That's a brilliant message. Can you imagine the fun he'll have in receiving that and going, yes, what? So,
Freddy. What's Freddy's username?
Alexander.
Alexander, yeah. You might want to move up your camera slightly as it's cutting off the tippy top of your head. And we need to be able to see your entire melon.
Is that better?
A little bit more. Little bit more.
I'm just very happy that we accomplished the camera right in the perfect fucking spot.
I know.
Good choice.
Cool. Yeah. And yeah, that's your new camera spot right there. And whenever it's on.
I have like 2 different mouses, like 2 monitors.
I don't want to know what kind of weird stuff you got going on, man.
Well, I'll let you know if Freddy responds.
Freddy's fucking MIA. Freddy's like, I'm ready. I'm not here.
He's doing that's why.
I'm ready.
So,
I'm ready.
What you guys continue hiking on foot, and eventually, you can't believe you reached it either. You guys get to a soggy area.
Ooh, I leave the Trump. I leave the Trump cake. The
Trumpet.
Am I having a seizure right now? The case, trumpet case, in the car.
Well, you can't get into the trunk, and the doors aren't locked.
Yeah, I leave it in the back of the car. I take the axe with. We're in the woods now. I have no issues walking around with an axe.
Very good. I was curious as to what was going on with that. During the, you guys notice that there's a little bit of a footpath. It's above the water line. It looks like bushes and little trees. There's some picnicking going on. You see a couple of kids throwing a ball. You see women pushing strollers and stuff once you get closer to the lake. It looks like, yes, everybody had to walk in. No, nobody drives in like a freak. But give me 6 heads danger sense rolls.
Ooh, I like these rolls.
6 sense.
It is above spot hidden and below sprinting.
There it is.
And remember, if somebody ever wants sympathy, tell them it's in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
You've never been so happy and calm and reassured in your life.
You feel like a happy angel baby wrapped in a blue blanket.
You look over at Coburn and realize he's fucking growling and holding his axe in his hands.
Yeah.
Furious look.
People are giving you some looks since you've got a two-handed axe. Normally, if people have an axe with them, it's like a hatchet, basically. But it's kind of like you took the lumberjack thing too goddamn far.
I mean, camping gear helps down it a little bit, but not much.
A bit. But yeah, Colburn, you feel as though you're being watched from the lake. Not from the bank. Well, maybe from the bank also, but definitely from that fucking lake. In fact, you can feel eyes all about you. And also, for some reason, you can't figure out, you have a vague fear of the open sky. Mostly.
Oh, no! I get... I put my back to a tree and I look up at the sky.
It seems to be mostly blue with some white puffy clouds going around. And oh my God, that one looks like a zebra playing a harpsichord.
All right. Right. I keep an eye on the fucking water. I look for a large rock or surface in which one could dive into the water from, or yeah. Perhaps
right.
A large lone rock.
Give me a spot hidden roll at full. Yeah. Under the water, a few feet offshore, You're not sure how deep the water would be, maybe stomach deep, belly button deep, somewhere in there. Seems to be a smooth, regularly shaped stone on a little ledge sticking out. It looks like until recently, recently being a very fucking relative term, it was perhaps buried a bit beneath the silt, but got eroded away. You're not sure, but you think also, having made it at half, that it may have some odd symbols in it, but it's hard to tell unless you really get in there.
Is that thing a fucking structure?
Your first guess, based on your experience and all that, maybe an altar. Underwater altar. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just so you know, I can't figure out how to send a message to Freddy. I can't even find his username or one of the 50.
Hold on, I'll send him a message.
All right. Also, tell him he has a book and a magic item missing.
Let's see. Create group. I will also put you in a group with Freddy because that way you'll have his username. Your name, Vince. And done. Boom. There you go. So I put boom in it, and so now you should have his username.
All right.
Actually, it's at, there you go, at Alexander Kosov. That's his username. We can call him Freddy, though, because we already have an Alex. Sure, our Alex is a fictitious character, but doesn't matter. Have one already. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense.
We're trying to get him to change his fucking name to Freddy.
Wait. Legally change his name to Freddy.
Yeah, we're trying to get his legal name changed to Freddy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's just how we roll. So, anyway, you see Colburn looking suspiciously out at the water. Vince, give me a spot hidden roll. If you make it by, like, lower is better type deal. If you make it by full, maybe you'll notice. Maybe not. If you make it less, maybe you'll notice other stuff.
Success.
You only made it. You didn't make it anything special. So you see him looking at the lake and making weird growling noises with his back up against the tree.
Don't worry, it's just a reflection.
Here's your card. He is fucking pissing hard on Colbert and winning.
Word can't hurt you.
The look Colbert gives you. Showman acts so you get the full effect.
Yeah, we got a rule in the Van Tempsey house: always be within arm's reach of a weapon. Always. You're gonna have to upgrade that.
Yeah. Hold up.
If he pulled out a fucking.
Bucks, yeah, you're gonna have to work on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still better.
If he pulled out a fucking pistol, I'd have been like, God damn, Ralph.
Yeah.
All
right. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure there's a fucking stone altar in the water.
If you want to do the pointing it out to him, he might be able to see it a little bit better, or not. Right now, you're just glaring at the water.
There.
Both of you guys give me spot hidden rolls at half.
Huh?
So how do we do half of it?
If it says, when you mash the button, if it says half next to it, then that's like next to result, it'll say half. Like you see two up from the current one, it says by half, -30. It'll just, in other words, it tells you automatically, and tells me automatically if you do it. All right, everything's fine. He points it out. With your spot hidden roll, you see it now that he's pointing out. You're like, it could be an altar. It could just be a fucking rock. He's like, it's not a rock. Alter.
It's been cut.
Plum.
There are edges on that are not naturally formed.
You're pretty iffy on this, Vince.
That's cut stone.
Toss a coin in. No.
Okay.
Go look.
Hmm.
You're definitely going to get your testicles wet if you proceed.
If I go look, I don't want to go under. No.
Waiters would be awesome.
Still looks like a few rocks to me.
How fucked up is Colburn? Is Colburn fucked up enough to do that? Nah, it's not fucked up enough.
No.
Yeah, I was going to offer money to the first Lee Stack kid who could get to the altar. But I'm not that fucked up.
You want $5 if you touch a rock?
That's some other character. Coburn's not fucked up like that. Yeah. Right. You know what we need? We need lots of fishing line and a big fucking hook. Hey kid, hold this. Go out there and swim around.
Well, I do have excellent news. It's probably maybe 2 hours till nightfall. You notice that various campers and stuff are not campers, sorry, picnickers, day hikers, kids playing ball and stuff seem to be kind of drifting off and whatnot back to whence they came. A tourist comes over and he says, "Excuse me," to Colburn.
Yes.
"Could you take a picture of me with the lake in the background?" He hands you a camera.
There's gonna be like
Sure.
flashes.
Hey Vincent.
Yeah.
The Whisper in Vincent's ear as the guy walks toward it. I will pay you my share if this guy gets fucking, or you pay me your share if this guy gets fucking eaten.
All right, and if he doesn't, I want your share.
Deal.
He gets right up next to the edge of the water and goes, "Give me a photography roll there."
I wait for the picture.
You don't see anything coming to eat him.
Ah!
He's so fucking
Damn it.
disappointed.
There goes $50.
And that's how you make easy money.
I attempt to take the picture. Let's see. Photography.
Bites the shoulder.
E. No, not under there. Photography. Holy fuck, I've got photography. Ah!
Wait.
Look at that shit. I'm not good at it, though, clearly.
Oh my gosh, I don't even have photography. I didn't know that.
Am I back? Am I
yeah.
back?
Hey, tell the guy we're going to have to do this again. Hey, man, we're going to have to do it again. I hand the camera over to you.
I take it and
Sure, no problem. He poses as dramatically as possible.
cheese.
Perhaps if you were to back up a little bit into the water.
All right. He says, "Up to my knees."
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm going to put my hand out like I'm summoning Champ or something from the depths, okay?
Do so.
Does so. Give me a, oh wait, did you fumble on photography?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Let's pull a fumble card. I'm just curious to see if you dropped the camera or something horrible.
All right, should I draw the fumble card?
Yeah, I got it. It's draw 2.
I mean, I have a reroll. Do I want to use that reroll?
Now, before the card happens.
Yeah, before, now or never. Reroll or no?
I'll reroll it.
All right.
I swear, if it's none.
I like that both of us have exactly the same amount in photography.
Hey!
Oh, shit, look at you.
No problem. The guy can't look at the picture because it'll be several weeks and stuff before he can go get the film developed, since it's not a digital camera. But he thanks you for it, and he hopes it comes out good. He sloshes his way away after thanking you again.
See, like a few weeks later, he's gonna have like $200 because there's like there's
Oh, that'd be a fucking picture there. Yeah, it shows the monster in the background. Looks like he's summoning it. All blurry and shit. Yeah. I like that.
Size one.
My equipment sheet. Go to now. Make sure you're writing down Slee Stack Blue Bills Vorax. Boop. I hand you $50. Damn it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of different kinds of money and shit that you can get in this fucking game,
Yeah.
and you can't
But
say, well, it's dollars, right?
No. What type of dollars?
Right.
It's called Slee Slack Blue Dollars.
Slee Stack. No, that's the design. They're blue.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
So he didn't get eaten. He got his camera back, went away hoping for the best, and his knees on down are wet, but he's in too good a mood to care. So it looks like it's absolutely perfectly safe to get your asses in the water. You've still got like an hour and a half till nightfall.
All right. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's. Do you want to set up camp, or do you want to go back to the blue thing?
I wouldn't mind checking out the shrine.
I point at it right over there.
All right. I wonder if someone actually. I want to try to investigate it, or
The only way to do that would be to go out to it. That would mean that anything from your belly button on down, at a minimum, will be soaked. If you have to go underwater to look at shit close up, everything will be soaked. I mean, it's not terribly cold. The other dude was just in up
there. You throw your clothes on that stone over there so it doesn't get all wet.
Oh, I got a message from Freddy. Hold up.
He messaged you before he messaged me. That evil bastard.
It depends if I can see where my cursor is.
I'm gonna go set up camp.
All right. I want to see if I can borrow a wetsuit from the divers.
It's not that bad. It's a lake that people are literally swimming in. It's not that horrible that you need a wetsuit.
Sure. All right. Oh.
TJ, give me a survival forced at plus 20% because this is pretty fucking easy here. This is not a hard place to survive and shit.
At plus 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything special about the camp that I need to know, or do you just want a comfortable place for you two to spend the night?
Basic camp where we spend the night. I would, however, also like to set up a handful of noisemakers around the out perimeter.
Give me a trapping roll.
I'll be right back.
Hi.
Excellent.
Mute your mic, Vince, if you're heading off.
So we lost Freddy?
Everybody's deserting you.
Yeah.
Won't be the first time you've gone solo.
Nah.
All right, as long as
back. Good man.
All right.
He's got a wonderfully comfortable camp for you guys to spend the night in, and he's setting up a bunch of sticks at weird intervals around the camp that you have no idea what the purpose of are.
Okay. Just sounds like natural him. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go get a look at the shrine. I don't mind getting wet.
No problem. You go into the water and attempt to make yourself into some sort of delicacy for whatever is living there. No problem. You get under there and you check out the strange symbols. It definitely looks like kind of a rectangular stone slab of some sort. It's a bit bigger than you are. If you wanted to lie on it, if it wasn't underwater, I mean, it would be like about a bed size, a small bed. And it's got some strange symbols and stuff placed around it. Give me a linguist, and you have to stick your head underwater and get real close to see what they look like. Give me a linguistics roll to try to identify the language.
Come on. Whatever. Linguistics, where are you? There you are. Womp womp.
Right. Yeah. You look at them and
Back in 1 sec.
give me a learn ×1 roll real quick.
Sure. Learn.
Did Freddie say anything or?
It turns out it wasn't Freddy, so it was just my bad.
Oh,
Womp womp.
yeah, I haven't gotten. Freddie hasn't looked at anything yet. So, all right. Well, you don't know what language it is. You can't read it. Copying it's pretty much write out because you'd need like a grease pencil and a special board to write on or something like that. So the best you can do is try to memorize it and go and then write it down if you wanted to once you get out of the water.
I'll try to do that.
Give me a memory roll and let's see if what you write down looks anything like what's on there. If you had like an underwater camera and some lights and shit like that, then it'd be a lot easier. But you're just going back and forth trying to make these weird fucked up symbols and stuff. You are pretty fucking happy with the results.
I mean, nice.
You still don't know what it means or anything, but yeah, you are happy with your results.
Aha, it's Great Alien. No.
Yeah. Let's see. That's about all you can tell by just taking a look at it, I believe.
All right. I tried to like. Oh wait. No, this rock or stone was bigger than me, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Does it look like it was like 2 parts or
Imagine like those really narrow beds that people can sleep on,
Yeah.
where it's like just one person can get on there, like
Alright.
that, but made of rock.
All right.
Sun's definitely going down. You've gotten dry. Stick your clothes back on.
All right.
You notice Razvan sitting there at the fire, staring into it, and with hatred
Holding his
into the
axe
campfire.
extra tight.
He's doing what?
Holding his axe extra tight. Just
Probably yes. Yes, he does that a lot. The axe provides him a great deal of comfort. By comfort, I mean he is a weird psychotic dude. Then he announces he's going to sleep until at least he gets back and curls up with his axe in a very sexual way. Goes to sleep.
A question about a skill. Cthulhu Mythos. When would we ever use that?
You could actually use that right now.
Yeah, I was thinking, can I attempt to use it?
Yes.
Alright. It's just one of those skills that I see that I really don't know what it's pretty much used for.
Exactly. But that's a good thing to ask another player. What is the Cthulhu Mythos? And why do I give a crap? So, is there anything else you wanted to do that night?
No, I think let's see, I'm all healed up. Oh yeah, I make sure that I have all my ammunition and my gun.
Ready to rock. Although this is pretty close to town. You do have a firearms license, yes?
Yes, I got a PI from when we began, I believe.
Oh no. You've never been here before. This is your first time, so you were the only one who doesn't have a PI license or a gun license.
All right, know what I need to get now.
Yeah, they'll be provided automatically the next time you visit this realm. But since this is your first time, they didn't know you were coming.
Gotcha. All right.
So just get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. I need you to give me a listen roll.
Let's see. Listen. Hey.
You thought you heard a stick snap in the darkness. Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Sounded like something a bit bigger is why you woke up. I mean, normally if you're sleeping in the woods, a fucking raccoon can sound like grizzly bear going by, but it may be a grizzly bear coming to get you. You don't know.
Yes. All right.
Sorry, I had to check on Kurgan.
A battle between the bears.
He got too quiet, didn't he, T?
No.
Was it?
I was making sure that him and the dog were still alive. Yeah, they were very fucking quiet.
Yeah.
All right. Something bigger than me is breaking some branches around us. So
I listen.
Give me a listen roll. You're at half because whatever it is, as soon as he said something, stopped.
At half? Don't hear it.
Fires burned down low.
Oh, wait. I'm Colburn. I did hear it.
You hear somebody kind of making a strange kind of breathing noise, but it's like, but the fire's burned down so low, it's only red coal. And yes, I did describe you looking with hatred at the
I stoke the fire. Get the flames back up.
No problem. Give me a luck roll, P. Lower is better. Shows you guys sitting across from each other at the campfire. He begins stoking it.
By half.
Right.
Wait. I haven't listened. Yeah. Oh, no, just 52.
Success.
Still pretty good.
Right. Give me a luck roll, Vince.
all right.
Lower's better. You want to beat his.
Hey.
Yep.
Nice.
Both of you guys give me a spot hidden roll.
Mm-hmm.
Vince doesn't see it because God really hates him. Coburn, kind of from behind Vince, you see the start of standard combat. As you can see, this creature. Oh, and it's about the middle on the leftish.
With the fucking that exactly?
Hello, kids.
Man,
Ah!
Sandy rolls.
I'm gonna shoot that thing. Just saying, that thing looks like it would have gills.
Success.
Okay. You may as well make one too, Vince. You'll see it eventually. We'll get it out of the way now. And it's got a big fucking mall-splitting type axe. Right. Both of you guys make a note, 1 point toward whatever the fuck this thing is. Whatever new fresh hell the GM is throwing at you. It looks like it has a
alien clown.
Yeah,
Evil clown.
Some sort of evil clown thing with its face ripped open.
Evil clown.
And we now go into combat rounds. As it's now Vince doesn't see it, so pretty much what it's going to do is on its turn it's going to try a surprise attack on him. It's pretty much working on just chopping his ass in half because it's an evil clown.
In half though?
It may actually get you completely in half. As villains are first, nothing good is approved. It goes so it goes for it.
I got a card ready.
It's at a bonus since he doesn't know it's there and shit. My fucking NPCs. A natural 100. Right. Vince, for having the affront to attack, you roll a d6. It does that much damage to itself. You would like high. No. All right. No problem. It gives itself 1 point of damage, and that's its round.
That was amazing.
Jesus Christ. Ooh.
I got my cursor on the opponent fails card.
Well, I was looking for its hit points.
That was amazing.
Got it. Okay, so next round, or sorry, TJ goes. Vince doesn't get to go this round as he goes.
Right, I'll return the favor and plant my axe in him.
You want to stand up? Or wait, you could have been standing up. All right, no problem. It attempts to parry.
I like axes too.
I'm gonna take this axe. No.
Yeah, sometimes. Yes, you do. As you roll a 99. Yeah.
No.
What? Are you spending a hero point on that?
Yeah, I'll spend a point that I got earlier. I'm gonna throw my axe off into the fucking woods.
Of course you do.
It's not a hatchet. No.
Down to 1. All right, there we go. Down. And let's try that again.
I like axes too.
There we go. There we go. Much better. Thwack.
No problem. It fails its parry.
Good.
Reduce damage die by 1 size due to armor.
Oh, shit. All right, so it's normally a 10, so a D8?
Yep. 6. Add that to the one it's already got. Keep track, please. And we now go to next round. Vince, at this point, you can totally get into combat as you notice. Villains are first and have a chance of getting knocked down if you do damage to it. Sadly, throwing yourself out the nearest window is approved. There are no windows here. So the villain attempts to chop into the seemingly defenseless guy who doesn't have an axe, so it can get rid of one of the combatants quickly.